Is that
Yeah, you can speak
okay?
20 to 30 minutes and then we will
Okay,
open up for questions.
awesome.
Okay, we can start the session. Hello,
Great.
everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining the session. And today, yes, we have another wonderful guest, Linda from Bay Area, to share her meditation journey with us. Yeah, Linda, I'm very excited to hear your journey with everyone. So, thank you so much for taking time to join us and willing to share your meditation journey. So, please do share. And yeah, over to you, Linda.
Thank you, Satya. It's truly an honor to be invited and have the opportunity to share. I connected with Satya just today. Even you have amazing story. I think you should share um, if you have not. But I'm constantly inspired by people that I met on my meditation journey, and I'll speak to that. And um, I only had a few hours to prepare, but I put together some pictures to make it more interesting. But really, I consider myself still a beginner, but the past year and a half has been truly rewarding to get to understand meditation and use it as a tool and kind of living a lifestyle where now I cannot imagine living without meditation. Sometimes um, I don't know if you feel there are days where you just feel drained. There are days you just feel like our brain is occupied with so much information. Whether you're working, whether you have kids, whether you are pursuing, careers or things in your life. I think when we challenge ourselves, when we're stepping out of our usual or comfort zone, there will be moments we feel chaotic or kind of losing ourselves a little bit. I don't know about you. I feel that very constantly because I'm very big on self-development. I wanted to grow as a person, and I'm always looking for, how I can be better. And in that process, you will inevitably step into areas you feel like I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing, if I'm on the right track. And and there are moments that you feel like the brain cannot handle all the information. And that's where I feel meditation had been so helpful and so powerful. I ground myself now when I'm trying to make decision or I'm in a heated conversation where my body is reacting to it. Now I'm using meditation as a tool. So I'm hoping this is giving you some hope or give you some motivation that as you're starting your journey, it's it's so wonderful that we're all here today. And I think there's a reason that you're here. And I'd love to hear from what motivated you to start your 21-day meditation. And thank you so much, Satya, for creating this forum. Because when I first started, I know it's very hard to do it by myself. And I was looking for a community, and I was inspired by the power of group meditation in the first place. So I'll share my screen so you kind of show you some pictures of my journey and what I learned along the way. Um, let me and also a little bit context of how I step into the space of meditation. About 2 years ago, I have been working in is in my late 20s. I've been working for in a corporate world for almost 10 years. And I was at a crossroad of my life where I was asking myself, what is the purpose for, you know, the things that I do every day, um, going to work, but I kind of losing that meaning a little bit. And physically, I was really tired. I had back pain from all the sitting um, and working and not really prioritizing my health. So I was kind of on and off going to the gym, not disciplined, and I had migraine. So physically, I was tired and feeling the pain. Mentally, I wanted to do something outside of corporate, but I wasn't sure what. I've tried different things, side hustles, and just I want to reach my full potential. But in that process, there are so many things that I wasn't sure about myself or about the direction I'm going. And at the same time, um, I I was financially stressed as well. Um, and in my early 20s, there's so many, I was living the life and I was not taking care of myself financially as well to the point that I was in debt. And all of a sudden, I realized I was under so much stress and I forgot the reason that I was here in the first place. I was in this country because this is a land of opportunity. My parents want me to come to the US because there's better opportunity for me. But after living here for so many years, I kind of lost that sense of, or yeah, it just overall, I wasn't feeling happy. And that's where I started to explore. And I made a priority with my husband that holistic wellness is going to be something we will focus on as a family. We're going to focus on our um, physical wellness, our mental, spiritual wellness, and financial wellness. And after I made that declaration, that became my why. And I want to share because that's the starting of my meditation because I want to find my mental freedom. I don't want to feel chaotic and overwhelmed all the time. And I started to um, physically, I don't want to feel pain. So I start to exercise again regularly. And then at the same time I start to really plan for myself what is financial freedom mean to me and how can I have a roadmap to reach the goal that I want. So financial freedom is equally important. And on this process I realized they're all holistic. We're all holistic being and one thing could impact another. If I'm worrying about that, I'm not going to be really mentally free because that is something I have to think about. If I'm having pain physically, it's hard for me to really enjoy or be consistent with meditation. So I was working on this holistic wellness. That's where I come across, and I was invited to one of the Bay Area meditation summit hosted by PSSM. That's where I met Pari and Gargi, who is the main leader in the PSSM in the Bay Area. So yeah, want to give you that context why I started to search um, and look for mental and spiritual freedom. And I know you're here today because there's something you are looking for, that you have a why, that you're realizing what's important to you and why you are willing to spend the time at 9 p.m. sitting here to listen to the masters and experience meditation yourself. So remember that why, because after today, meditation is a journey and I see it as a marathon. I don't expect myself to be great or to, see all those things that, some people see past life, some people can experience things. I don't expect myself to have any of those. I just want to enjoy the journey and feel the freedom, the happiness, and the peace in myself And with that, I can achieve so much more. I can achieve my potential. So that has been um, my biggest takeaway after stepping into meditation. And the picture here is exactly 1 year ago. I was looking at the text with some of the friends that we met in the meditation. And this is me and my husband on the left, and Gargi and her husband. And I could not imagine the beautiful journey that we had together. And I'm going to Gargi's house almost every weekend, Sunday. Gargi is so friendly and welcoming that she opened her house for us and people who want to learn about meditation to do it together. And I met so many great friends. And that's the starting, that planted a seed in me that I wanted to know more about meditation. I wanted to get better and learn from all these people. So a few months after that, being a beginner, I felt a little clueless where I should start. So I reached out to Gargi. Hey, like as a beginner, do you have any tips? I really enjoyed the group meditation we had. Um, and without really saying much, Gargi just the next day put together a program of 43 days meditation, just like what we have here. And she said this will be the best way for you to start building a habit. And every day we're going to invite master that will come to share. And back then I wasn't sure what master mean, but it's really that people on the same journey with the same goal to understand and experience and improve our spirituality. We're just at different point of our journey, but we all have something to offer and learn from each other. And I love that. And that gave me the opportunity to just soak myself in that in the exercises and also the philosophy and really on to embrace and try everything that meditation has to offer. So that this was our flyer that we created. I was so excited. And when you're excited, what do you do? One thing I really feel grateful that contributed to my commitment to meditation is to share with others, because you probably start to feel by day 4 that meditation is bringing something to you. Maybe it's a peace of mind or a better sleep or less stress, whatever that is. Don't keep it to yourself, because we're all here to help and to spread that energy. And when you give, you receive more. That's what I learned. I start to give more, and I hold that mindset. I share with my colleagues. I post in the group. I eventually share with my parents because I care about them so much, and these are my grandparents. I remember just sitting there. I was like, man, the power of breath. I'm just sitting here. There's so many minutes and hours every day that we're not really actively doing things. Maybe we're scrolling our phone or like taking a break or eating, right? But we're not fully utilizing it because we're not being aware with ourselves and sitting with our breath and just being still. It brought so much strength and clarity. And I think clarity has been the most powerful because there's so many things, decisions that I'm making every day, and the overwhelming um, power that make you kind of not like end up not doing anything. I really struggle with that. But after having clarity, I just sit there for a few minutes. It bring me that energy. So I feel really empowered. And I also hear from other master that it heals their pain, their chronic illness. And I start to think about my grandparents who um, during COVID really suffered and was impacted. And she has been really laying on the bed for months. And my mom was taking care of her. And every time I see her, I just feel, yeah, I feel like the life is not within her. And I miss her a lot. So I start to think that can I use meditation to connect with people I care about? Because we all breathe and we all have things that bother us. Why don't we why don't we just share about meditation, your experience? So I start to call them right before our meditation start, and I try to explain to them what meditation mean, but without making it too complicated. I just end up saying, hey, like you sit on the couch anyway, right? And after uh you taking meal, because our evening is lunchtime for them, why don't we just sit together? So that's basically how I invited them to meditate, because when I call meditation, it sounds like something, kind of foreign to them. So we just sit, and I just told them, close your eyes, cross your fingers, and I'm gonna play the sound. So, and we sit together, and it wasn't easy for them, and I had to provide instructions and kind of calm them a little bit, but it's so worthwhile. and and that also gave me um the feeling that it's not just for myself. I think meditation encourages me to be a better person, be a better daughter, be a better wife, because I realize I'm not a, I'm not going to change anyone. By meditating, I'm regulating myself, I'm changing myself, and I become calmer, happier, and people can see the light um, through me. And then they're curious, and then they wanted to know, like, oh, why are you so calm? And why are you thinking clearly? Why do you give good advice? And then they wanted to learn from you or hear from you. So that's what meditation gave me, is that stillness and calm and just joy, because now I'm able to connecting with my family and colleagues who I would never talk to, because it's a big company, but we become friends. And Gargi, right? These people, we start to have friendship. So meditation is so much more when you truly enjoy it. And that's my second takeaway. Um, if it's meditation is important, if everything I shared, the benefit of meditation, feeling the stillness, the calmness, the peace, happiness, if they are important to you, don't just do it by yourself. Um, find a community and connect with people, share with them. And also when you teach, when you start share, that make you appreciate this a lot more, and the experience will completely change. And this bring me to the third milestone, which is the meditation summit last year in LA. Again, I'm so grateful because Pari is such a great mentor and leader, and she just opened her arm, her heart to people, and she's so easy to talk to. I learned so much from her, and I'm grateful that she also gave me opportunity to be MC for the summit. And I from through that I met more talented people, and then be able to share my journey. And also we brought different elements. I know Gargi really want to spread meditation to the Chinese community, and just around the world. And I'm happy to play a part in it, because it just, with the clarity it brought me, I feel a sense of purpose, um, that I wanted to help people. And because holistic wellness was something that really motivated and pushed me to do meditation. And I also want to share that angle with people and help them to achieve freedom, financial freedom, spiritual freedom, and physical freedom. I become very active, uh, physically as well. Like my company, I go to the gym and then I build community. I learn from Pari, from all the great leaders at PSSM, how to build a community. We encourage each other. We're, we are not shy with our words. We say it out loud. We uh, welcome new members, and then we take photos. We always keep the good memory. Um, and when I first started meditation, I never thought it could be such a beautiful journey and making me a better person and um, a community person. And also, I started to dream again. I wanted to give back. I wanted to um, make an impact, um, for the community through the work I do and through just, sharing and storytelling. So truly, if you ask about my journey, I think it's a journey to find the group and to give back and to dream. What is it that you want? Sometimes things are holding us back. Maybe it's a hobby that you've wanted to start for a long time. Maybe it's a business you wanted to start. Because in my case, I actually started my business 2 years ago. Meditation truly helped me to think clearly, what is my purpose? What is the value I'm bringing to the community? And at times I feel not sure, um, or uncertain, because our brain, in the evolution of human species, our brain have evolved to protect us. Whenever we're thinking about something new, something we've not done before, it's very natural that our brain will get into the fight or flight mode, because they want to make you be cautious and be careful. Because in the past, in the um, you know ancient history, when we're hunting for food, if you are too curious and too just trying new things all the time, you'll be eaten by the animals. Like if there's a sound in the bushes and you go check it out, then you might be gone. Because so our brain has evolved to be very cautious and to keep protect us. But meditation really is to rewire that natural instinct and to help us regulate our mechanism, our body, so that we can be calm, and we can stay calm when there's so much things coming to us, and that sense of clarity. So yeah, I it's been it's been a great journey. I Looking back, it's less than 2 years, but the friendship, and the energy that I get, I still have down moment. I still, like, even today, I had to sit on my chair for 10 minutes and just deep breath, because I still forget. And then my heart rate goes up. Like sometimes you're focusing on something, and then I just having the awareness to remind myself, calm down, take a deep breath, everything will be okay. Um, and then I feel myself again. And then yeah, it's like going to the gym. Um, we had to constantly work on our brain, our muscle, that's our muscle, and it will be stronger. The mental resilience is being built up every day. During the daytime, I'm sure you're collecting a lot of, worry, concern, things out of your control, and you don't know what to do. And finally, we're home, right? Finally, we can relax. But your brain is not really getting the relaxation that needed. It it needs some work. It need meditation. It need breathing and grounding to help it really getting stronger. So the next day, when you go out to the world and when you meet the same challenge or difficult or people that you feel like you cannot work with, that you actually have more clarity and you have more energy and wisdom to handle all those things. So that's what meditation brought me. Um, and I'm so glad that you started this journey. I love to connect. I don't know where you're located, but I'm in the Bay Area. Um, yeah, thank you for having me. And I wanted to hear your journey as well. If you're starting meditation new or you've done it for several years, um, I'm um, always love to learn and make a new friend, and walk the journey together. Thank you.
Wow, that's amazing, Linda. How you have transformed your life just within 2 years. That shows in your presentation. Amazing. I'm so glad that I met you. By the way, I was in the last picture. I was with you in that picture
Yeah,
in the Mega Meditation
right.
Summit. Yeah.
Yes.
That's
So
beautiful.
wonderful.
I'm so glad that it's amazing to know that so many things, how it transforms our life without even knowing that. But yeah, you have such a beautiful, wonderful experience, Linda. So I'll open for questions. If anybody have any questions, anything you would like to share, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask the question. And if you, especially if you are in the San Francisco Bay Area, she said she's meeting with Gargi and meditating every week. Every week you have group sessions over there, Linda?
And yeah, just let me know if you want. We'll make announcement before. Sometimes Gargi do travel, like she just came back from India a few weeks back, so we'll make announcement.
Mm,
Um, yeah.
yeah. Anyone have any questions or anything you would like to share?
Very nicely said, Linda. Very thoughtful, and it's good to see what changes meditation could do. Very motivational and inspiring. Thank you.
Thank you for the comment, Manisha. Are you just starting to meditate?
Yes, I started the 20-day meditation from last week and just continuing. A newcomer, you could say, a
That's
beginner.
wonderful. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Thank you.
awesome. I started just like you. I still remember the first few days I had no clue, and there's so many things like new to me. I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that, and have so many questions. But the masters and the host, I'm sure Satya shared with me that she's devoting herself to spreading meditation. That's such a wonderful and powerful mission. And I really, yeah, I look forward to learn from you as well as Satya. Thank you for hosting this.
Of course, of course. Yeah. Yes, yes, we will do after this session. I will open for few more questions. Yes, yeah. Same thing like you, it has given me a big family. I've connected with so many like-minded people. Learning from everybody, it has changed my life entirely. That is why I wanted to spread this, because it is free. You can just stay home and do it. You don't have to go anywhere. You can just completely heal your life. It's a holistic approach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mm. Yeah. So somebody commented. Lakshmi. Lakshmi is saying it's a beautiful, inspiring journey. Mm. Anyone else would like to share or have any questions? So this is an open community. It's very loving and kind. Just we are here to inspire each other, share our experience, help others. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. But
And
yeah, I
thank you
know.
for creating
I,
this journey together. I really look forward to. I know many of your life will be different, so don't be stranger. If you feel something, share with your group, right? Or share with me. I love to hear about your journey. Um, yeah, we'll empower each other.
yeah. So there are still, yeah, many of them are very new. They are still like, getting into it. But yeah, as she said, if you guys have anything to share, yeah, please welcome to share. Yeah. Okay. But thank you so much, Linda. I know I have given you the short time, but still, you have prepared the great presentation and, your wonderful experience. The way you shared, it's amazing. The way you transformed, it's amazing. I would love to be in touch base with you. We learn from each other, everyone.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, if there is anything that I can help, definitely I would love to do.
Thank you, Satya.
Yeah.
Mm,
All right. I think we will move on to the meditation. Again, thank you so
that's
much for
great.
your time and commitment. I really appreciate it. Mm. So now